Hundreds of miles deep in Peru's Amazonian rainforest, an ayahuasca tea is being prepared for a medicinal shamanic ceremony. Shaman Mateo is part of an Amazonian people called the Matsigenga. As a highly respected shaman, Mateo regards his title not as a job, but as a duty to his people and community. This particular brew is being prepared for a group of students from Connecticut College completing an ethnobotany field course in the Amazonian rainforest. For 1 month, the students have lived, eaten, and worked side by side with the Matsigenga members. At age 50, Mateo has prepared thousands of ayahuasca brews, which is made with a personal touch unlike any other shaman. For shamans, each ritual, ceremony, and medicine is unique. There is no written recipe or ceremony textbook. Today, these students have been invited to participate in a very intimate ceremony with the much disputed and popularized ayahuasca vine. Prepared by pounding the ayahuasca vine mixed with certain leaves and letting it simmer in a pot for hours, this tea is used by the Matsigengas as a cleansing tea, which just so happens to include hallucinogenic agents. This ritual has become a tourist destination, which in turn has depreciated its significance for first-time users. But today is a special day. Today, the students and Matsigengas will fuse their bond and experience the sacred ayahuasca ceremony together.
The leaf contains dimethyltryptamine, or DMT, which is a tryptamine alkaloid, which mimics the structure of the triaminate neurotransmitters like serotonin. But if you just drink a tea made of the leaf by itself, your brain has monoamine oxidase inhibitors that decompose the monoamine, so that when a serotonin goes into a synapse, the monoamine oxidase goes in and takes it out of the synapse right away, so you don't have overloads, you don't have like positive feedback. So serotonin goes into a synapse, causes an electric signal, and monoamine oxidase goes in and oxidizes that compound, takes it out of the synapse. And so that's why if you take dimethyltryptamine by itself, it has no effect, because your brain enzymes decompose it, oxidize it.
Right. So
monoamine oxidase inhibitors, they used to use them as antidepressants. And now they use things that have a similar effect, the serotonin reuptake inhibitors. It's a similar effect where you basically, antidepressants, you turn off the brain's mechanisms for pulling serotonin out of the synapses, and it increases the amount of serotonin available, and that makes people feel better. And the vine will produce like a 2-week-long inhibition of monoamine oxidase that basically gives you it's like 2 weeks of uplift, like a 2-week Prozac. Huasca soga. Soga también. Carahuasca. People who are on antidepressants shouldn't drink this because you can have sort of synergistic, sort of multiplying interactions. So the leaf is something that's been added recently to the mixture. They say in the old days, that's why they call it Urubambashi, that it was a knowledge that came from the Urubamba. The Machininga of Urubamba brought the knowledge of this leaf to them. So before they would use the ayahuasca vine only, and they mix other plants with it and they boil it for a lot longer, and it would still have an effect. So probably these other plants had very small amounts of some sort of psychoactive compounds. But if you take large amounts of highly concentrated monoamine oxidase inhibitors, they'll potentiate, because they do affect your brain chemistry, so they'll potentiate some kind of visions, possibly by themselves. But usually, adding the leaf just makes it way stronger. And the stronger it is, the more scary it can be.
Manu National Park has one of the highest levels of biodiversity of any park in the world. Overall, more than 15,000 species of plants are found in Manu, and over 800 species of birds, and up to 250 varieties of trees have been found in a single hectare. Even though the number of tourists in Manu is controlled by the national park, the rainforest, due to logging and mining, is becoming more at risk. Words like indigenous and tribal seem dated for the inhabitants of the Amazon. As the world becomes smaller and more globalized, special cultural activities are in danger of disappearing.